Man, it's been a long time coming. I dreamed about the pro day every day at Georgia, and I was just happy to come out here, show my skill set. I'm able to bend, run the edge, run the hoop. Really didn't touch any bags, but dipped on all of them. Just had a really good time out here with a bunch of guys like Kirby Smith, so it was a good day.
Did you run a 40 today?
No, sir.
Yeah,
they need to, right?
No.
Speaks for itself, right?
Yes, sir. No, I didn't do any 40s. And I really just did field work today. I know I didn't do field work in Indianapolis, so I just wanted to do field work today, and that's about it.
What did you personally want to show the scouts and teams today?
That I'm explosive, that I could bend at the edge, that I'm probably the most athletic outside linebacker that they've seen in a long time, and that's what I wanted to showcase today, that I could run and bend, I could be just like Von Miller.
After you ran that 40 in Indy, what was going through your head?
That I really wasn't running full speed, and that I got another race coming up that I could do. And then I talked on the phone and just told them that my hamstring didn't feel 100%. And they said, well, I don't think you should run it. You should save it off for pro day.
How does your hamstring feel now?
Amazing.
So when you think about this process between now and the draft, how do you approach it? How do you handle your nerves, the anticipation?
I just don't think about it. Like I say, it's written in stone. I'll let God deal with it after this. I did everything that I could do to just go out here, work full speed, and do all the interviews and just be myself.
After the combine, I know probably hard for you not to see it, but everybody talking about, oh, Nolan's jumping up the draft boards. When you hear that kind of stuff, does it give you a little self-motivation that, hey, I am doing the right thing during this process?
It gave me an extra chip just because, I shouldn't be jumping on people's draft boards. I should have been there. So it just gave me that extra chip that just keep going because people still doubting you, son.
With you and Robert moving on to the NFL, what's sort of left for Georgia at this outside linebacker position? What they're going to be?
Man, the Wolfpack will always be great. Don't ever ask me no question about the Wolfpack because one wolf eat, we all eat. I think the outside linebacker room going to be amazing under Chaz. I tell Chaz, you the old man in the room now, so you got to get the boys fishing, get them doing the right thing on the weekends, be the old men that we are, and make sure that we good as a team.
Nolan, what about specifically Darius? What did he show you in his freshman?
Man, Darius, he reminded me so much of when I first came in and seen Adam Anderson just running. And he run all day. He don't never get tired. He the first one, always in conditioning. And I told him when he first came to condition, I said, hey, man, little bro, you need to slow down. You know how you want him in conditioning, like we don't have a lot. And he was like, no, I'm good. I said, okay. And then he really was good, and he been great ever since. So I told him, man, keep running and keep doing you.
Nolan, when you field questions from teams about Jalen Carter, how do you describe him as a teammate?
Man, the best teammate I ever been around, and a misunderstood person, really, just because he don't talk to people, and I just know, like, me and JC got that special connection just from on the field, him being the 2 aisle, him having to go to the 3, and I just look at JC and be like, he just understand football, and he nod back, or he just do things in his own way. And I got a left-handed brother that's just like that, so I guess that's why I understand him. Left-handed people do things in their own way, and you got to take their time with them. So I love JC, and that's probably I wouldn't even say, no offense against JD, but that's probably the best D tackle I've been around.
How do you think that he's handled the off-the-field situation that he's involved in?
I think he handled the off-field situation amazing just because of how it went. Like, we had to come by focusing on trying to put our best foot forward, and that happens, and then he took care of that, and then came back to the combine and still handled his business and still was professional. So I think he handled it amazing, and I wouldn't handle it any different.
You guys have a lot going on, some real-life stuff happening off the football field. How do you navigate through all of that?
Man, you just really just praise this part. Like, we so much think of on the field, football and stuff like that, and lives be lost off the field. So I just tell them, man, that it's bigger than the game and it's bigger than yourself because people actually care about you outside this game. And I'm telling, like, the people that play with you. So, like, I love Devin, man, 7'7", he living forever.
How have you benefited the most from this program, not just off the field in the classroom, but also on the field as well?
Really, man, you benefit from just wearing that G and just trying to do it for the guys before you. It's like, I tell guys, playing in that University of Georgia box at that G, you got to be one of them boys, really. And if you get the opportunity to start in the box, man, take pride in it. Tell people, man, like, this is what we do. We don't let people run the ball on us, and they have to resort to other things. They have to go to trick plays. They have to go to tight end sneak screens. They have to go to draws, and they have to do other things when they play us because they know they're not going to run the ball. That's just respecting.
Nolan, you've gone against Bryce Young in some real big games throughout his career. What's something, as he's going out, one of the top picks or one of the top projected picks in this year's draft, something about him going against him just that you
Man, he's probably one of the best guys that I ever been around, and he's just like Stetson, man. They all poised, all the quarterbacks poised. No matter how much trash you talk to them or nothing how you say them, they're still, hey man, you did a good job, thanks for sacking me or this and that. And he's probably one of the best guys as far as keeping himself poised and going to the next thing and playing the next play that I've ever seen. And I try to take some things from him to myself.
If you were to get drafted by a team that runs a 4-3 defense, do you see yourself more as a guy with their hand in the dirt, rushing the edge, or an off-ball linebacker?
Yeah, I'm really my hand in the dirt, rushing the edge, setting the edge, but I 100% love to go to a 3-4 because that's just what I come from, and I understand to do both. But, at Georgia, we play 4-3, we play 3-4 most of the time, so we do it all here. That's another thing about being at this great program, that you're able to see my skill set at a 4-3 and a 3-4.
Speaking of this great program, Coach Marsh said that you told him you're going to come and be the head coach one day.
Yeah, I told Coach Smart I'm coming for his job. I'm 100% try to run it better than he did. We're going to go do some 4-peats and try to do some 5-peats. It may sound easy. He did an amazing thing. He's an amazing head coach. But, yeah, I'm trying to come in for his job.
I know that you would want to be picked up by any team, but what would it mean if the Atlanta Falcons were to pick you?
Man, I'm a hometown kid, and it just means a lot to me, and it just seems that they see a future in me and that they really want to keep me home.
Hear your name on draft day, what would that mean?
Man, it'll make me just know that all my work that I have for it is still there, and that my dreams I have a chance to just capture them, really. And I still get choked up or worked up thinking about that, just because I just know my grandma, she gonna be crying my Ganny. That's all I want to do is just see my grandma and mama crying and tell them that their boy finally made his dream come true.
We know you want to be the head coach here of the football program, but on NFL Network you gave this really impassioned speech for kids to come to Georgia. Why was that important for you during the combine to do that?
Just because I go to the best university of it all, and a lot of people get up there and talk about how their university the best and how we have this. I gave them why our university is the best, and then I list reasons, and I didn't have to put in the national championship because people already assume that. Another great thing about coming from a great organization.
I don't know about steak and lobster.
No.